didn't feel no spirit. I felt a little bit of Christmas spirit in there, and I think he got a little Christmas gift from them judges. Christmas gift early. I was quite confident. I thought I won that fight again. I think I've got Larry Holmes here. I thought I've won both fights. But then again, I've gone home with 2 losses on my record now, so there's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out and do the best I can. But again, I'll always believe until the day I die, I won that fight.
Did you go into the last round, or was you sure that you were ahead on points? Was you comfortable that you're winning the fight going into round 12?
I'm just boxing. I'm just continue my plan. What say Yuri, my coach?
No, it's fight was
easier one.
Easy. Not easy, but not easy. Easier.
Easier than the first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very close fight.
You said 6-5 on Twitter going into the last round.
I thought Usyk nicked the last round. I had it a draw, but you know there seems to be a lot of people that had Usyk the winner. I think is that the overall. You know, but I felt like there was a lot of close rounds.
Where does he go from here?
Who?
Tyson Fury.
It's only one fight, but there's no point me. It's not the time to start calling the fight out. You don't know what Fury's going to do. Maybe he doesn't want to fight again. The one thing I will say is, Fury performed well. You know, it's not like he's a finished fighter. His timing was off. His punch resistance has gone. He put up a good performance.
One judge gave Usyk the last 7 rounds. He didn't give Tyson 1 round, and the other 2 judges of the last 7 rounds gave him a round each. Each gave him 1 round. I mean, I've been doing this for years, and I'm biased, I know, because I'm in Tyson's camp, but how on earth can anybody say he never won 1 round out of the last 7?
The much-awaited rematch has just been ended, but despite the AI judge fans are divided as Oleksandr Usyk defeats Tyson Fury in a rematch via a unanimous decision.
Usyk knows how to win. He'll find a way to win. He'll find a way to win. And I thought Tyson would be better, and he was better. He was better. Give him credit for that, because he kind of fought the game plan that I kind of suggested that he should, instead of just moving around the ring and letting Usyk boil him down with the pressure like he did the first time. He set himself. He used the wingspan. He set himself where he made Usyk earn his way in. He wasn't getting pushed all over the ring, and that's what wears you down. And Fury, to his credit, he did a much better job. But Usyk does what he does.
A lot of those rounds was close rounds, and they could have went either way. But it wasn't a rivalry. I thought Fury lost, but at the same time, I thought Fury did a lot more quality work instead of quantity this time. Even though he was bigger, he's a bad motherfucker, man. Coming in 280 boxing that good. He didn't get hit with the left hook as much as he did the last fight. They made some great adjustments, him and Sugar Hill, and it was a good fight, real high level stuff. Oh yeah, I felt it's tough to bully Usyk. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, because his legs is so squirmy. He doesn't make silent agreements during clinch time, regardless of anybody's size. It was a real good fight, man. Fury has nothing to hold his head down about, but did he lose the fight, in my opinion? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where does Fury go from here in your eyes?
Fury and Anthony Joshua is definitely one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport right now.
Yeah, I thought it was very tight. Like, a few people around me, being honest, had Usyk up. I didn't score it round by round, but I had the feeling that Tyson was going to get it. I can't sit here and go, this is the score I had because I didn't score round by round, you know. But it was a tight fight, really tight fight. But I thought Tyson boxed well. I thought he made some really good adjustments. Obviously devastated for Tyson.
Renowned boxing trainer Ben Davison expressed his devastation following Tyson Fury's unanimous decision loss to Oleksandr Usyk in their rematch. Davison, who previously trained Fury, was present backstage after the fight.
But I didn't feel like there was a massive shift in momentum, do you know what I mean? Whereas I felt like there was very clear patches in the first fight. That was Tyson's patch, that was Usyk's patch. I felt like pretty much every every round was really tight. So yeah, I thought it was a different fight from the first fight.
What do you think, truthfully?
I thought it was dead tight. I thought you was going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds.
Many are calling this fight one of the most controversial decisions in recent memory, with debates about whether Fury was robbed of a rightful victory or if Usyk's performance truly justified the unanimous decision. English former professional boxer Spencer Oliver weighed in on the fight, emphasizing the key aspects that define the clash as mobility and movement.
Buzz about the place. You can hear the crowd now rising, getting into this one. Fury has brought a lot of fans over here, and you can hear them right now. I expect Tyson Fury to come in heavier, and I also expect Oleksandr Usyk to come in heavier. Usyk will get the weight right. He won't want to go in too heavy because he's all about movement, mobility, you know, and that's what his keys are. That's the key to victory for Oleksandr Usyk. But for Tyson Fury, I think he's going to try and use that strength, the strength that we never saw at the beginning of the last contest that could have cost him the victory.
Spencer Oliver didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on Tyson Fury's performance and emphasized the need for a more aggressive approach in the ring if Fury wants to reclaim dominance.
Absolutely, that's what he's got to do. He's got to beat Oleksandr Usyk's rhythm. He's got to, you know, control that space of the fight. He's got to put him on the back foot. He's got to rough him up. He's got to make it ugly. Tyson Fury's good at that. He's good at working on the inside with the uppercuts. That was his key shot in the last fight. He needs to capitalize on that. We need to see more of that. We need to see a more aggressive Tyson Fury from the opening bell.
After the rematch, Oleksandr Usyk described the atmosphere in the ring as surprisingly subdued, calling it a quiet atmosphere. Despite the intensity of the fight, Usyk remained calm and composed throughout, staying true to his disciplined style.
For me, doesn't matter. For me.
If he has a big beard, it doesn't matter.
For me, yes. Listen, let's not help Tyson Fury. Only quiet.
Nothing was registering?
No, only quiet. Quiet. And music.
When the fight unfolded, both competitors showcased their strategies in a battle of skill and wits. Fury relied on his active jab and significant size advantage, aiming to keep Usyk on the outside. On the other hand, Usyk focused on his speed, volume, power, and movement to corner Fury or pin him against the ropes, unleashing sharp combinations. However, Fury's tendency to play to the crowd seemed to work against him. Leading up to this epic showdown, the boxing world was electric with anticipation. Fans, analysts, and fighters alike couldn't stop buzzing with predictions. Boxer Amir Khan has warned fans not to underestimate Oleksandr Usyk's power ahead of his rematch with Tyson Fury. While Khan believes Fury will come out on top, he cautioned that Usyk's strength and skill should not be overlooked.
I say, in my opinion, Fury wins this fight. It's going to be tough, but because one thing about Usyk, I spoke to Usyk on FaceTime about 8 months ago, and he was in training then as well, and looked in good shape then. And he stopped his training session and had a chat with me on FaceTime. So you can see that he's taking this really seriously. And you know, you never want to lose a title, and he knows that how hard of a fight this is going to be.
The rematch is shaping up to be a true test of Fury's ability to handle Usyk's well-rounded boxing style and his dangerous punch. Amir Khan further picks Tyson as he believes is a bigger and stronger fighter.
It's now with the Ring magazine out here as well. I think the winner of this fight between both Tyson and Usyk will be the face of boxing, in my opinion, and probably will be plastered on that Ring magazine.
Who are you backing?
Obviously, I'm going to back my boy Fury. I think Fury, in my opinion, is the better boxer. He's a bigger guy, he's a stronger guy, but then you've got Usyk, who's very tricky, very hard to hit, very skillful, and has a lot of power, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for.
Fury sought revenge against the undefeated Usyk after losing their first bout in May via a split decision. However, the rematch delivered another intense showdown, leaving fans and experts debating the outcome. After the rematch, Eddie Hearn's bold prediction that Tyson Fury would knock out Oleksandr Usyk got a lot of attention. While some fans and experts had mixed views, Fury's performance showed he came ready to win.
Now Fury looks calm, he looks fit. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go for Tyson Fury, and I just feel like this fight is about extraordinary things. Usyk always does extraordinary things, but every now and again, Fury is capable of the most remarkable things. He has the ability on the night to win this fight. There's so many different, like, they're getting on a little bit. What did that last fight take out of them? And who did it take more out of? Do you know what I mean? And you know this fight's got nothing to do with training camp in the respect of how did they look? Who did what? Do you know what I mean? Yep. This is just on the night.
Yep.
And I'm just going to switch it and go for Tyson Fury. I want him to win anyway, but I've just got a funny feeling he's going to do it. This is going to be close. It might be controversial.
Eddie further carefully examined the fight and praised Usyk for his outstanding performance and skills shown in the ring. He even already predicts fight results.
I think this fight is it's a 7-5 kind of fight, you know? And when that happens, anything can happen.
What do you see in his eyes? Someone who knows Tyson so well. There's something very different about him this week. I've just seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Tyson that well. I know Usyk. I've worked with him for half a dozen fights. There's no point trying to figure him out mentally or emotionally. You're not going to get anything different from him. Seems very confident. That's the only thing I take from him.
Eddie Hearn highlighted what makes Oleksandr Usyk such a tough opponent, his ability to adapt and analyze his rival during the fight. Usyk doesn't just rely on footage or preparation. He adjusts his tactics in real time, becoming more dangerous as the fight progresses.
My first thoughts are, I don't know how you can pick against Oleksandr Usyk, right? When he beats you, like what he is, he's an unbelievable downloader of data, right? But instantly. Not we'll go away for a few months and watch tape and understand. He does it on the spot. And that's why he's so good. The ability to just change, the ability to switch tactics. When he has more time, it becomes even more dangerous.
The second half of this rematch has spun the results. Eddie Hearn believes that Usyk becomes more powerful in later rounds.
You know, the problem is, you know that Usyk is not going to not get it right. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not going to go in there and perform badly.
You know exactly
when has he ever done it?
Never.
I mean, maybe you look at the Chisora fight behind closed doors. I don't think he was his very best against Dubois, but he finds a way. This fight, all about, unless something crazy happens early, all about the second half of the fight. Because Usyk is unbelievable in the second half of the fight. He drains you with his feet, he drains you with his feints, he makes you overthink, and he gasses you out on that back end of the fight. And like in the first fight, I thought Fury was up after 6 rounds. Not everybody did, but I did.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to go and stop him. And then Usyk just bang, you know, we saw it against AJ in the second fight after 9 rounds. Thought we got it. 10, 11, 12, unbelievable.
About the highly anticipated rematch, former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko shared his thoughts on the fight, predicting that Oleksandr Usyk would repeat history and claim victory once again. He said, Oleksandr is going to repeat history. It's going to be deja vu, so repetition. That's actually what is happening. I was here for the first fight. It just feels the same, and it looks the same, and is the same. It's all about strategy. It's all about technique. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that this time he's going to show that he's the baddest man on the planet, Oleksandr Usyk. Whether or not history repeats itself, this fight will be remembered as a true testament to the skill and heart of both fighters. Professional Daniel Dubois shared his thoughts on the rematch, stating that he couldn't pick a clear winner between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. He acknowledged the strengths of both fighters, making it difficult to choose who would come out on top.
Let's talk about Saturday night. Where's your money at second time round between these two?
Can't pick a winner.
It's a sign of a good fight.
I can't pick a winner, nah. That last fight was a really good fight. You know, both of them digging it out. So may the best man win, and look forward to who did the winner and undisputed.
Can I tell you who you had winning the fight first time? Because obviously I know initially Fury wasn't happy with the scorecards.
Who?
Tyson. Who did I have?
Yeah.
I thought Usyk won the fight.
You thought Usyk?
Yeah.
At times it looked like Fury was gonna, go away with it. He was boxing so smoothly.
former undisputed heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis, who had backed Fury to win both fights, reflected on the rematch. Lewis said, "Tyson Fury wins this because he is the bigger man. He will use his jab and needs to throw more punches than in the first fight. He can't muck around and needs to be totally serious." Reflecting on Usyk's performance, Lewis noted, "Usyk is good at making you pay. He moves well, and that movement is to make you miss and then make you pay. It's not easy to move around the ring for 12 rounds, and I think it will come down to who seizes the moment, who has the best stamina, and who punches the most accurately." Lewis also highlighted the physical and tactical demands of the fight. It's not easy to move around the ring for 12 rounds, and tonight it came down to stamina, seizing the moment, and landing the most accurate punches. Both fighters left it all in the ring. Parker, the former heavyweight champion, shared his thoughts after the rematch, reflecting on Fury's mindset and performance. He added, "I'm confident. I think the approach coming into this fight is very different from the first fight. The first fight, Fury was serious, but I feel like this time he's a lot more serious. He's keeping the team small, he's a lot more focused. I think he's more motivated and he wants to prove that he can beat Oleksandr Usyk and bounce back. Going into this fight, I'm 100% confident that he can get the job done." The rematch, Usyk reflected on the historic significance of the bout, highlighting how it resonated beyond just the fighters and promoters involved. He emphasized that such a fight holds immense value for viewers and fans, as it's rare to witness an undisputed championship where two of the best fighters in the division face off for the title of the next ruler of the division, especially in the highly coveted heavyweight class. Usyk
Продовж багатьох років за неї будуть говорити, будуть казати, де боксував Тайсон Ф'юрі з Усиком? В Саудівській Аравії. За що? За абсолюта.
The valuable not for me, but for the whole world, because the whole world will be waiting for it for more than 20 years to see the undisputed. So when the time goes by, people will be talking about it, and they will be remember that thanks to Turkey, the community, it happened, and we saw the undisputed, and they will be talking that it happened at Saudi here in Riyadh.
Remarked that this fight was different from anything he had experienced before. He explained that the significance of the bout, the high stakes, and the intensity of facing a fighter like Fury made it unique. About
Та мені ніхто боляче ніколи не робив.
Nobody hurt me like before. Never.
Ні, кінь якось в голову вдарив, больно було, а так ні.
The horse beaten me. I had before, but generally yes, fine.
I think it's safe to say you hurt Tyson Fury though. If you get that opportunity again, like you did in round 9, will you do anything different to what you did last time?
Да, я думаю, що буде інший ісход.
Yeah, this time the situation happens like that, it will be different.
How?
Як? Неймовірно.
It will be incredible.
the rematch, world champion Natasha Jonas shared her thoughts on Tyson Fury's performance, noting what she believed could have made the difference. Jonas said, "I'm going to go Fury. He's going to upset the apple cart. I thought in the later rounds he thought he was ahead and didn't do enough. Then came the knockdown. I just thought if he'd ended like he started, he probably would have gotten the nod." He also commented on Fury's shape heading into the fight and said, "Did see him at the Nick Ball fight, and he looked so lean, so trim. He looked in good shape. One of the best shapes I've seen him, so I thought he's on it. When Fury's on it, I think he's a tough person to beat." About this rematch, Tyson Fury revealed that he had only one mission in his life. He confidently declared that he would win the fight and planned to enjoy the victory with his family. He expressed his belief that his preparation and determination would ensure a dominant performance. Tyson
It got sold last year. This fight doesn't need any selling, so I'm not here to sell anything. I'm just here to just do what I've got to do and go home. Don't even want to be here. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be here today doing all these interviews. I want to go Saturday night, smash him, and fly home for Christmas with the kids. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So there's nothing going on in my mind. I'm just here, going through the motions. Not got a lot to say. That camp's been good. Everything's been cushy as you would expect. Yeah, I'm in great shape, all the above questions.
Fury revealed that he already knew Usyk would be stronger this time around. Fury acknowledged Usyk's improvements and the challenges he posed, but remained confident in his own ability to handle the situation. Tyson,
do you think he could surprise you?
Listen, everyone can be better, as we've seen. I've been better loads of times in fights than I was the first time around, so never underestimate anybody's ability to improve. They said I couldn't improve at all years ago. but I improved, got my boxing together and went in there and boxed all these people up, and then they said I couldn't come forward, and me and Sugar Hill got together and I become a destructive punch, start knocking everyone out, and they'll say again, Usyk can't improve, but everyone can improve if they want to.
Fury expressed that he was satisfied with the results of the fight. He acknowledged the challenges presented by Usyk, but felt that he had done enough to secure the win. After this rematch, Tyson brutally said Usyk would not fight anymore.
It doesn't matter, because whether you had a good camp or you didn't, you went in there, you got paid, you done your fight, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why people need to make excuses. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I've said fuck all. Listen, he got his decision, fair play to him. That's it. But if he thinks he's going to be fighting the same man, he's in for a real shock.
Have you got to make a dent early?
No, no dents needed. Any round I want to do it and I'll do him.
He comes on pretty strong late on.
So do I. I won round 12, didn't I? On all cards. So who finishes stronger? Me. I feel as good as I've ever felt. To be honest, I feel very good. I've done a very good camp. I've sparred more than I've sparred in years, and I've been able to do stuff that I've always been able to do, push myself. I'd be the first one, if I wasn't able to do fights and stuff, I wouldn't want to go in there and risk getting battered for a few quid extra. I wouldn't be able to do anything with anyway. So yeah, if it was the case that I didn't feel as if I was the same person, I'd be the first one to say, you know what, I'm finished. But I ain't. I'm very far from that. Feeling very good and cannot wait for the fight Saturday night. I'm going to end him. End his career, this will be. You'll never hear of Oleksandr Usyk again after this.
A highly anticipated rematch. Dillian Whyte, a former opponent of Tyson Fury, weighed in on the outcome. Reflecting on the fight, Whyte shared his mixed thoughts, admitting that while he initially leaned towards Oleksandr Usyk, he couldn't count out Fury. He added, "It's a hard one to say because if I'm a betting man, I would pick Oleksandr Usyk. But I know from history and seeing Fury fight and knowing his resolve and being in camp with him and fighting him and seeing that he has always bounced back. It's hard to go against him because you can't just write him off. You think he's finished, he's not gonna come back, and then he just comes back and produces the goods." Sauerland, the renowned promoter, shared his take on the rematch, calling it a 50-50 fight, just like the first encounter. He emphasized that both Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk's greatest asset is their boxing IQ, not just their physical abilities. He said, "It's a 50-50 like the first one was. You're dealing with two boxers whose biggest asset, both of them, isn't physical skill, it's their boxing IQ, their ability to change between fights, change styles, tactics. So from that point of view, it's fascinating. When they're that close in terms of talent at heavyweight, you go with size. You go with the bigger man. I'll go with the bigger man." Kalle Sauerland predicted that the rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk would not go the distance. He believed Fury would use the extra weight he seemed to be carrying to be more aggressive in his approach, a tactic he used in parts of their first fight. He further added, "The fight's not going to go the distance this time, I think. Tyson's going to use the extra weight that he looks to be carrying to really have a go at him, and I feel like he did that in periods of the first fight." Before entering into the ring, Fury weighed in at a whopping 281 pounds ahead of his rematch on Saturday against WBA, WBO, and WBC heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. With Usyk weighing in at 226 pounds, Fury has an eye-popping 55-pound weight advantage, or disadvantage against his rival in their rematch. The highly anticipated Usyk vs Tyson Fury rematch has just ended, and what a battle it was! The clash between these two heavyweight giants lived up to the hype, with each fighter showing their skill, determination, and heart. Whether it was Fury's power or Usyk's speed, both fighters gave their all in the ring. Now the dust has settled, and the world awaits to see what's next for these two warriors. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the fight.